This is clean code. So first thing we'll be doing is regarding variable names. Now let's look at how we can refactor some variables. Okay, so when you look at my screen, I don't have anything right now. So let me just lesson one. Let me just have it as lesson one. The first thing that we do now, what I'm gonna code right here is a multiplication table. Okay, so multiplication table. So that means what I'm gonna print will look something like this: 2 ones are 2, and I will do that, let's say, up to 10. 2 to the 4. Okay, so the way we do that is very simple. Void main for int I will start at a 1, I will be less than or equal to 10, and I will keep on increasing. Then I'm gonna do a simple string interpolation like this. Okay, so this program should work fine. Dart lesson 1 dot dot. So this program works fine. Now let's look at how we can refactor this code. Okay, the first thing is this multiplication table is for 2, and you see this 2 is repeating. Both of these two actually indicate the same thing, which is why we should probably refactor it. So this is how we refactor it. We create a variable. Now what should we name it? Naming a variable is the most difficult thing in the world. Okay, so look at this. We are creating a multiplication table. So I should say multiplication table for 2. Okay, so this reads out very well. So this multiplication table we are going to be generating for 2. Okay, this reads out good, and that's how you should name your variables. Now if you look at this variable, you might find it a bit long, and you might feel like long variable names, oh my god, I should it's probably just easier to have it as a, but the long variable name actually gives you context, which is why you should it's not a problem to have long variable names. Okay, so once we have this variable, this 2 will now become multiplication table 4, this 2 will now become multiplication table 4. Okay, see, extracting variables in this way gives you control. Now how does it give me control? And if you look at this, so let's say if I want let's say I want multiplication table for something else like 3. Okay, I can do that like that. So single point of control. Okay, if I wanted a multiplication table for something else, maybe 100, I can do that easily. So that's the power of having a separate variable. Okay, now next thing that I might want to control over here, that would be uh, the multiplication factor. So I am right now doing up to 10. I might want to do up to 11, or maybe 12, or maybe 20, or maybe some number n in the future, right? So it's a good idea to have these two variables extracted. So I will call that multiplier limit. Okay, so limit up to which I should do the multiplication. So that would be 10. Multiplier limit. See, having this variable extracted also gives me power. So I don't need to look at anything else. I can simply just look at this, right? And I can change this if I want to. If I want to, I can make this up to 20. So that will give me multiplication table up to 20. See, having clean code is actually beneficial in the long run, because you will be able to modify your code easily. See, if you have never modified a code before, then you won't see benefits in doing this. You would see this like extra work. But trust me, this is not just extra work. This will make your life really, really easy in the future. Okay, now you see that I have extracted these. So if you see properly, then I am now able to extract a function out of this. So I'll call that generate multiplication table. Okay, to generate multiplication table, I need to give you two things: multiplication table for and multiplier limit. Okay, and I can now extract this into this function. So generate multiplication table. So what this will allow me to do, this is known as extracting into functions. Now if I don't look at this function, right, if I don't look at this function definition, then what you will see is, let me fix something over here. I will do a table of 2 for 10. If I don't look at this function, I can have this function somewhere else in file. Then you see that this generate multiplication table is now a single line of code. This is how you reduce lines of code. Okay, reducing lines of code ultimately means your code is more readable. Okay, so we learned two things today. First is extraction of variables. Second is extraction of a function. Now, just because I have this function over here, this function is now reusable. What that means is I can use this function anywhere I want. I can generate multiple tables if I wanted to. So I can do things like print. Okay, I can just have it done like this: print multiplication table for multiplication table for. So I'm just gonna do multiplication for 2 and 10, right? See, I get a clean abstraction, right? This reduces my line of code. Now if I wanted to generate multiplication table of 2 and 3 simultaneously, I can do that very easily. See how I reduce my code duplication? So these are some benefits of clean code.